Alright, welcome to another video. This one's a little different. Last night's game, I had a 1.3 million mastery Gangplank in my top lane as I was trying to learn Kindred, and he got a little, I'll say rude just to be nice, but he was rather mean. So for this video, I'm going to go through the first 10 minutes or so and just explain my thought process and what you should do to copy that. Here are my runes, my items, and the skills that I leveled up and in which order. If you want, go ahead and pause now. But basically, they have a lot of dive and in-your-face tank, so I just went survivability in my item build and my runes. Also, I want to apologize. I'm getting over a really nasty cold, so I sound a little weird. Alright, and we start off, it looks like they're trying to invade, so we just drop a ward, so that way they know that we know that they're there. I'm pretty sure Zach is going to start his red, but he's just trying to get vision so that way he can track Amumu. This means that he should be topside around 315 to 330, so we just got to be aware of that and play safe. Now as for our matchup with Gangplank, he is still a bit of a bully. Level 1, he has his passive, which is really high damage, along with his Q, which allows him to apply it from range. He weaves in auto attacks and Qs, and he can actually drop a ton of damage, so just be aware of that. Level 2, he'll most likely take his barrels because that allows him to start setting up combos. You do not want to stand in the minion wave because his barrels will AoE everything, so you want to make him basically pick and choose between farming gold and farming you. And then level 3, he'll take his heal, which the lower health he is, the more it heals for, and it's also a debuff. It removes basically every crowd control in the game. Because he's melee, he's going to try and hide in the bush and use his Q every chance he gets. So here we engage the fight and basically make him pick or choose between me and the CS. I drop an early ignite and give chase because his Q's on cooldown. And with both of us wasting our flash, I can now zone him off the wave. This works in my favor because Gangplank is very item reliant, and without farm, he's basically just going to be useless. So we're going to see if we can't make him mess up. With the waves crashing, we're going to get bush control and wait for him to walk up. As soon as he does, we engage on him, so just be ready. And there we go. See, he greeted for the wave, he needed the CS, he needed the gold, and because of that, he died. We claim an easy first blood. We know that Zach is on the bot side of the map, and I basically just want to push this into turret as quick as we can, so that way we can deny him as much CS as possible. Now, even though I made the wave crash, I want to try and get as much CS as possible because Gangplank is still level 1. If I can hit level 3, I'm going to have not only, all of my spells to fight him with, but I'm going to have quite a bit more health than him. He makes it back to lane, I have a 2-level advantage on him, and at this point I just want to try and get some nice safe pokes under turret so that way I can deny him all the CS. Like right there, he just missed a tank. Once he hits level 2, he's going to have access to his barrels, and that's a lot of chunk if he can hit it. The nice thing is his early barrels take a long time to set up, so you basically want to poke him down before he can get them off. Now I know he still has ignite, so I'm going to try and make him greed, and he did, which is another easy kill. Now the wave's in a bad position, and if I were smart I would just run, but I haven't seen Zach yet and I know he's near, so I'm going to hard shove and then run. Gangplank has 2 CS, I have 19 and 2 kills, so I gotta go by. Look at that, there's Zach, just like I thought. 338, which means he probably did a full clear and got scuttle, but that worked in my favor. I see Amumu give chase, so I decide to wait it out to see how it plays out, and I know that I can get an easy kill off this, so that's even more gold in my favor. Gangplank knows this is going to be a 2v1, and rather than die again, he decides to just go farm as much as he can, which gives me plenty of time to head back to the shop and buy. Now remember, Gangplank has no CS, so he has no items that he can come back with, so I'm going to have a huge damage spike compared to him, so we want to take full advantage of that and just start picking fights as soon as we get into lane. While I'm running back, I'm thinking of the items that I'm going to build, which this game is going to be a mortal shield bow, because between the life steal and the shield, it's going to help me stay alive a lot more than what Kraken Slayer would. I'm also watching my Amumu counter jungle, and it looks like he's about to get gap closed on. The Zed's moving towards him, and so does Gangplank. I'm just kind of hoping that Gangplank doesn't get the gold, because I'm doing everything that I can top lane to stop him. The nice thing is he basically forfeits all the CS top, so that's a lot of gold and experience that's gone. And it also gives me enough time to basically set up the wave and set up a nice freeze. This is one of those mechanics you're going to absolutely have to learn if you want to learn how to lane against a very high pressure lane bully. With my lane frozen, I start watching the map a lot, so you're going to see me miss a couple CS because of that, which is fine. But I'm just trying to figure out where Gangplank's at. Now, he does take a long time to get back to lane, which means one of two things. Either he went back to buy, or he's roaming. So like a good top laner, I'm going to start spamming pings just to let them know that he's not here. Hopefully the team will recognize that and play safe. And I'm also thinking that when Gangplank gets back to lane, he's going to want to start setting up barrels. So because his early barrels take so long to set up, I'm going to try and harass the barrels rather than him. And hopefully it'll make him panic. I know in my head that if I can make him panic setting up barrels, then I can kind of get behind him. And just like that, see, he popped his first barrel because he thought I was going to get it. So I use that to my advantage. We use it to try and get a flank on him, and because my ignite's up, it's a nice easy kill. Gangplank took ignite. He doesn't have teleport, which means he's got a really long walk back to base. So I want to try and crash this wave into turret and deny him as much CS as possible and look for a nice buy. Now in my head it should take him about 25, maybe 30 seconds to get back to lane. So I'm going to try and get a plating here. But I noticed that their Zed is actually farming my team kind of the way that I'm farming Gangplank. So I know that I need to play very safe and basically get this tower down so that way I can push my advantage to other lanes. So here I'm going to try and just get some safe poke under turret while I watch the map, and look at that, my team is, every single lane is losing except for mine. So I'm going to see if I can't lull him into a false sense of security. I'm going to pretend like I'm either roaming or going back to buy, and hopefully it'll make him extend past mid lane. If he does, I know that between my Q and my W, I can chase him down. Here we go. I'm going to start by auto-attacking and then hitting him with my E for the slow. I don't really need the execute damage because I'm 3 levels up on him and I know that I have this. Some of you are going to laugh at me for popping my ult, but I was tanking 4 creeps and I had at least 2 ticks of ignite left. So I figured because he's not going to have his ult for a while, I might as well use my ult to save myself. I see Zed mid lane. I know that I have to crash this, and I have no idea where their jungle's at, but I'm going to try and greed because I have such a large minion wave and get this plating. If Helios gets a shutdown, and in my head I'm cheering, but here we get engaged on by Zac, who, as you can see, is 2 levels under me, so in my head I don't have anything to worry about, and yep, nice easy kill. If he would have been level 6 and had his ult, he probably would have killed me with that, but I knew that I was safe. Gangplank made it back to lane, and really all he has is just a Sheen with a longsword. So I'm going to have my mythic when I get back, which means that as soon as I see him, I should be able to kill him. At this point, I'm just looking at the map. I have 6 kills, and I have 3 times the amount of CS that Gangplank has, which means he's no threat to me, which means Zed is really the only issue that I have right now. If they were smart, they would start grouping and just start chaining their CC, and the game would, in theory, turn around, but as of yet, it's kind of in our favor right now. But when you're ahead, you want to stay ahead, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to take the red buff for the slow and HP regen, and I'm going to take the golems just for some extra gold. It's also going to help me keep my level advantage because Gangplank just died. He's not able to farm. I'm able to farm on my way back to lane, which, that's awesome. Now Gangplank just hit the lane. If he was smart, he would just focus on last hitting and keeping the wave frozen, but he's going to push because he needs the gold. So we're going to take advantage of that and hopefully get another kill. Here I see Gangplank is playing towards the bot side of the lane, which means I can pretty much gap close on him with relative ease, and just like that, he goes down. Now, I don't want you all to think that I'm smurfing on him in any way, shape, or form. Remember, he is a 1.3 million mastery Gangplank, which means he's got quite a lot of experience on him. He's also been plat 4 different times, and he's been diamond 5 and diamond 4, at least twice from what I've seen, so he definitely knows what he's doing, and that doesn't count any smurfs that he may or may not have. The reason that I bring this up is because this is my 3rd time playing Kindred, and if I can do this, then you can do this. The reason I bring this up is because I'm absolutely terrible with Kindred's mark system. I should have had 2 to 3 times more marks than when I had this game, but I kept forgetting to change it, so I didn't get nearly as much as what I could. But, I mean, it doesn't really matter because, as you can see, just between level advantage and items, he can't do anything in lane. So this is the part where you hit the subscribe button. I'm going to take the turret, and I'm going to start roaming to other lanes and see if I can't help. But that's pretty much it. That's basically, you rinse and repeat, you copy this exactly, and any Gangplank that you lane against is going to have one hell of a time against you. So, much love, stay safe, and like I said, hit that follow button so that way you can help me grow. Thanks, guys.